Okay, I'm approaching Oleander from Belmont, going eastbound now. This is the street Oleander. It goes one way south from Belmont, and then it goes one way north from Belmont. So it's like a split street. I don't know what they were thinking about when they made this street. You know, making a one-way street or a two-way street. Okay, now here again, you got a real old branch at the intersection of the alley. Let me see if I can get the address. See, the addresses on the building should be outstanding, so you can see it just by glancing at it. It's 3214 Oleander. You got a huge branches overhanging these wires here, and you got wires all over these trees here. I mean, if this branch falls, there goes your lights for the street. And we all know when we come home late at night, we want to be able to see what's happening on our street here. All right, you got a sidewalk. You got a sidewalk being repaired here at 3237 North Osceola. You got looks like a water department barricade there. It could be a CDOT barricade there. Now here's another thing I want to mention here. Let me back up so everybody can get a full view of what's going on here at this street, at this house at 3252 North Osceola. This is illegal. Now this guy should be fined for doing this. Now he's supposed, whenever you're doing any remodeling work, when you get a permit, you're supposed to have a dumpster box, whether it's a little one or a big one, whatever you're going to do. Now this guy is throwing construction debris into a city cart. He's got the debris right next to the tree on the parkway, and that's illegal. He's supposed to have some kind of dumpster box. You know, you can get a dumpster box with wheels that the restaurants use, something. But this guy should be getting a fine of at least $500 because that's illegal. The only thing that goes in the garbage carts is household garbage. That's it. That's an ordinance. Only household garbage. Now here's another thing here about how the branches have been cut and left on the parkway. Now I don't know if this would have been a landscaper or if the homeowner's doing this. This is illegal. You should have forestry come out and scoop this up and put it in a truck, not the homeowner. This is illegal. It's called illegal dumping, which carries a $500 fine. And if they catch you illegally dumping with a vehicle, your vehicle could be impounded. You could be thrown in jail and have to pay a bond to get out. There's a whole lot of other issues we'll talk about at a later date. But just to let everybody know, if you see some illegal dumping, first thing you do is you get the license plates and to make it a car or truck or whoever's dumping it, and a description of the people in there, what they're wearing, what they look like, all kinds of stuff like that. And if you got a camera, take their picture. A picture's worth 1,000 words in court. So if anybody sees all that illegal dumping, please call 911 and report it right away. Take a picture of them with your camera, and this way they'll suffer the consequences at a later date. But we'll talk about that later on the website. Okay, I'm approaching Roscoe. I'm just looking at the intersection. There's no stop sign here. You got a school half a block away, and there is no stop sign going east and west. Now imagine these kids getting out of this school, and there's no traffic signs here. You got a traffic sign on the next block going west, but if I became alderman, there should be a stop sign here. Okay, I mean, this is for safety of our children going to the school. I mean, that's, you know, that's a priority with me, is school kids, because we want them to learn in school, and we don't want them to have to worry about traffic out here when they're walking home. But we'll talk about that at a later date. Okay, the issue right now is the streets. You got sewers that need to be cleaned. You got a main sewer that's collapsing over here. It's sunk down. You got a lot of underground damage here because the streets are caving in here right around the sewers. You got speed humps here that are low. You know, in certain areas you got huge speed bumps that would slow down a truck. And you got other speed humps that are like just a bump in the road, like you're taking a pothole. Alright? You have all this here. And you have for sale signs over here. There's something very interesting here. Let me pull over and let this traffic go by here. I don't know what the deal is over here, but as an alderman, I would like to know what's going on in each and everybody's neighborhood, each other's precincts here. And if there's something I could do, I would do it. You know, I would have my office staff concentrate on what's going on here. This is what you have over here at 3455, and you have sandbags all around this person's driveway. This driveway goes underneath the house, which is highly unusual in Chicago. Okay, as I'm filming here, you can see the sandbags, and it's kind of strange. And the house next door at 3457 is for sale. I wonder what the issue is going on there. As an alderman, I would find out. Alright, as I'm approaching Cornelia from Oleander, I'm seeing a lot of trees, tree branches dead. What I see is I just came up on it. You got the catwalk and the courtesy walk collapsing over here. I mean, there's some issues underground going on here. What you have here is a lot of bad sunken in catwalks. I mean, it goes all the way from the 3500 block on the west side of the street. You got a lot of curb and catwalks collapsing here. You got a dead branch that fell from the tree. That tree is about a story and a half, maybe 2 stories high. This branch is a pretty thick branch. It fell down. It looks like it fell down the street and somebody just moved it over into the parkway right next to a fire hydrant here. And what you have here at 3530 North Oleander is you got a squirrel hole or a rat hole at the bottom of the base of this tree. The tree has been trimmed up at the top, but I will bet that tree is decayed inside. Because when these squirrels or animals go into the tree, they burrow out the inside of the tree so they can live in it. And what that does is it causes damages to the tree. I mean, it weakens the foundation. It could fall over. And that was a medium-sized tree that could cave in and cause damage to your vehicle. As I'm crossing over Addison, if they come to a complete stop. Alright, what I'm seeing here in front of me is a wide one-way street. This street has got enough for 2 cars to pass by on either side. Okay, again with the trees all above your head, street sweeping hasn't been done here in a while. Big curb projects over here. It's caving in. It looks like it's been the sidewalk and the curb's crashing down. Here you got a tree that's gonna hit my vehicle. Just to show you, when I pull over here, that tree just hit the top of my truck here. That's how low it is. And remember, if you get any damage to your vehicle caused by city property or city equipment or anything, first thing you do is take a picture and make a police report. But we'll talk about that on my website at a later date. Okay, as we crossed over Waveland, going north on Oleander, you see there's a lot of trees here. But I see a lot of drag racing here. I see posi traction here, when both wheels of a car spin around at the same time and leaving marks like this, which is, if there's drag racing on the street, that's also a violation of the ordinance. And what I see in front of me here is a tree branch that fell onto the street. This is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about tree trimming and dead branches. The dead branches got to go only one way when they become too weak to hold up the weight. They fall down on your vehicle. Or if you're crossing the street, hopefully it doesn't hit you in the head and cause some damage to you. I'm going to pull over, let this car go by. I'm going to go north on Oleander from Grace, and I'm going to go up to Forest Preserve, and then I'm going to make a turn down on the next street. I'll see you in the next street.